Hey guys, how you going? This is BillyEatWorld, and today we're going to take a look at the top 5 things that I think Battlefield Hardline does better than BF4. I know a lot of you guys out there don't like Hardline, and that's fine, but you've got to give it a bit of credit for fixing some of the issues we've had in BF4 for a while now. If you're a BF4 fan, well, before you head for that dislike button, just bear in mind I could easily make a list about what BF4 does better than Hardline. The fact is though, whether you like Hardline or not, BF4 isn't 100% perfect, and these are just a few things that I think Hardline has improved on. But anyway, to kick off, coming in at number 5 is no Mortar and UCAV. I've spoken plenty of times in the past about how I hate indirect fire gadgets, and it's been finally great to play a Battlefield game where these aren't a problem. This might not be a big issue for some people, but anyone who plays modes like Rush would realise that these gadgets are really annoying. Very rarely do guys use these gadgets tactically in BF4 anyway, and most of the time they're just a tool for getting cheap kills and boosting KD ratios. There's also very few ways to counter these gadgets, and they don't really help out your team, so it's a big problem when players camp up the back with them for the whole round. So coming in at number 4 is no all-kit shotguns. Shotguns, and in particular semi-auto shotguns, are a big problem in BF4 because they have a tendency to unbalance TDM servers and annoy the hell out of everyone. New players can easily turn a semi-auto shotgun into an effective TDM weapon, and even if they're going 1-for-1, they can still frustrate the hell out of you. The reason shotguns are better in Hardline is because they're still an effective weapon in close quarters, but the overall lower time to kill gives them less of an advantage. There's also no semi-auto shotguns in Hardline, and the category is limited to the Enforcer, meaning you have to have good aim and you can't pair them up with gadgets like the medbag or the armoured insert. And coming in at number 3 is Nonlinear Upgrades. This is a pretty big deal for me, not necessarily because it benefits me, but because it benefits new players. The problem with a lot of linear-based upgrade systems is that noobs are at a disadvantage straight away because they don't have access to the better weapons and attachments. Attachment choice in Battlefield is a big deal, and some weapons go from being pretty average to awesome as long as you set them up right. Sure, you won't have access to all the weapons straight away, but it doesn't take long to get a decent setup in Hardline, and at least then you won't be at a huge disadvantage. So coming in next at number 2 is weapon categories. I've spoken about this issue in previous videos, and I think one of the best aspects of Hardline is that there aren't any all-kit weapons, and the categories are more realistic now. There's a clear definition between the classes now, and each class has its own unique strengths and weaknesses on the battlefield. Another important difference is that even though the overall weapon balance isn't perfect yet, the devs have really tried to make each weapon category unique. ARs and carbines are always going to be the most popular weapons, but now there's a viable reason to use weapons from the other categories which previously were much less popular. And finally, coming in at number 1 is realistic vehicle damage. I think the new vehicle damage system is a great new addition because it means that every class has a chance of taking out light-skinned vehicles, even if it is a slim one. I'd much prefer this than the devs giving out explosive gadgets to all the classes, which end up being used against infantry half the time anyway. In previous games, in the right hands, some vehicles like helis could be painfully hard to take out, and there were guys who could literally keep them up for the whole round. This is pretty fun if you're the pilot, but it can be annoying for everyone else, and it also means that the rest of your team don't get a chance to use the helis for themselves. But anyway guys, that just about wraps up this top 5, so let me know what you think in the comment section below, and as always, if you like what you see, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. Also, check out the links in the description below if you want to see more of my videos, or if you'd like to support my channel on Patreon, and until next time, see you later, and have a good one.